Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Brandy and I am back with another video. So in today's video I'm going to be reading a book with you guys. It is still the week of the snow, y'all. I have been snowed in this house for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Today is day 4. Tomorrow will be day 5 because I will be in the house tomorrow. So I thought now would be the perfect time to tap into a buddy read with my book bestie. We planned our buddy reads, like we planned a list of books that we want to read this year together. And so I thought now, since everybody is kind of locked in, would be the perfect time to pick up one of these books. And then I thought this book here would be like the perfect book to finish out my January reads, because this is literally the last week of January. And January been here for 6 months. Okay. So the book that we are currently reading is called Thick of Love by Danielle Marcus. I've never read anything by this author at all. I've seen this book around. I actually bought this book for someone off of their Amazon wish list. And I was like, oh, that cover is so cute. I want to read that because I'm a cover girl. I love a pretty cover. And so I was like, that is so cute. It's floral. It got flowers and stuff. I want to read that. So I had added it to my Amazon wish list. And then I ended up picking this up from Book Outlet when they were having their $5.99 book sale. And so when me and my friend were trying to decide what books we wanted to buddy read this year, she was showing me pictures of her bookshelf, and I noticed she had this on her bookshelf, and I was like, since you have it and I have it, let's both go ahead and add it to our buddy read so we can knock it off of our physical TBR. So yeah, this appears to be a urban romance novel. Do not allow this cover to fool you. I tapped into it last night. I read like the first couple of chapters because we were supposed to start this book 2 days ago and I didn't get an opportunity to, so I tapped into it last night and I was like, oh, this book don't match the cover, but the book is good. It's very good. So we're following 3 females in this book. One name is Dallas, the other name is Sasha, and then the other one name is Candace. They are 3 friends. And Dallas, she is currently going through I don't know if she was married. I know she's going through a breakup with her children's father. She had been with him for 15 years. And she's going through a breakup with him. And Sasha, she is engaged and she is having fertility issues. She really bad wants a child, just like most women do. And it's just been a hard time for her and her husband. They've been trying for 2 years and have not been successful yet. Candace, she is dating a guy named Jackson, and she is also a dance studio owner. She does like professional dance classes and stuff like that. And so they're all 3 friends, and we get all 3 of their point of views. And I think the only thing I didn't like so far about the book is that the titles are not named. And when we are getting multiple point of views, I would love for the titles to be named after each character because it makes it easier for you to follow. It's not to say that this is a hard book to follow because it's multiple characters, but I think it would be easier for you to refer back to if each chapter was named after the character. But other than that, this book is really good. It's very much urban fiction. When I went to see what other books the author had, she's an urban fiction author, which is no problem at all because I absolutely love the change of pace. I've been reading historical fiction, YA novels. I've been reading some of every single thing because I had so many arcs. So I've been reading some of a lot of things and more serious things. So I'm not mad about this. I'm not mad about it. It's been a messy good time. It's been a messy good time, and I'm having fun chit-chatting with my book bestie as we read. We've read up to chapter 8, so that's about 70 pages in. If I put that in my story graph, let me see what the percent is, because I've read a good chunk, so I'm about 27% in. I've read a good chunk of this today. Because I'm snowed in, I've been working out at home, so obviously I'm able to read while I'm doing my cardio, since I said the only way I read while doing my cardio is if I'm doing it at the house. I do miss the gym though. I miss the gym, and I wish I got a clip of what it currently looks like outside of my house. If I get one, I insert it here. Literally snowed in, and the snow is not soft, it's really hard, so it's very, very unsafe for us to be out there. So yeah, we're snowed in. I'm just grateful to be working for a company that cares about our safety, and it's like, yeah, no, stay home. You know. So yeah, I'm getting ready to have dinner. That's my alarm telling me my dinner is ready. So I'm getting ready to have dinner, and then I'm going to lock myself up in this room so that I can tap into this book and just decompress from the day, because although I've been here at the house, I've been just as busy as I would be if I had to leave the house to go to work. So yeah, I'll be back when I'm in the room, super cozy and ready to tap back into this book. I've been all alone. No one left to call. I've been all alone. No one left to call. all, you know, if me and you are no longer together, what I do outside of you coming to get these kids should not matter. Mind your business. Especially when you're the one that left me. Mind your business. Okay? And then what makes matters even worse is that they have a son, and the son is like of age to kind of know what's going on, like teenager. And one thing about sons, they always are wishing and hoping that their parents get back together, mainly because they don't know like what's going on. But the son is like, I can't wait for you to get back with dad. I don't want you to be with nobody else but dad. I don't want you to have any boyfriends or date anybody. Dad said I'm the man of the house. That's very toxic, especially when dad is the one that messed up. Especially when dad is the reason why we're not together. Like, you can't be trying to know what's going on over here in this household when you left this household to be somewhere else. Like, mind your business. Mind your business. Oh, I had something else I need to text off your is too old to get a promise ring, because we should not be 29 years old getting a promise ring. And the promise should not be, I promise to ask you to marry me. What? Excuse me? At 29 years old? That is so high school. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Please quit playing with me. So I was already telling you guys that there's like 3 point of views, and I officially have my favorite point of view and my least favorite point of view, and I'm gonna tell you why. So my favorite point of view is the couple with the infertility issues. Not the couple per se, but everybody that's interconnected in their part of the story and what's going on in their point of view. I'm really loving it more. My least favorite is the one who is a dancer, a professional dancer. Hers is my least favorite because her point of view incorporates my least favorite trope, and that's friends to lovers. I do not like friends to lovers. If you're new here, hey, my name is Brandy. My favorite romance trope is second chance. I do not like friends to lovers. And the reason why I do not like friends to lovers is because the friendship was so good. Why would you mess it up and become lovers? Then when you guys no longer want to be together because you realize you guys don't work together as lovers, you can never be friends again. Now you messed up a whole friendship because you wanted to bone your bestie. Go find somebody else. Go find somebody else. Like, I don't like it. And then what makes it even worse is when it's friends to lovers, and then it's like my brother's best friend or my sister's best friend. Like, y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. So not only are you and I close friends because I'm cool, I'm BFFs with your sibling. Now you trying to feel me, and then when we break up, your sibling gonna be pissed off at me, and then you and we not gonna be friends no more. Like now we done messed up the whole little trio because you decided you wanted to feel me. Like, but this is the same point of view with the promise ring. And I cannot get over that. Like, I honestly feel like promise rings should end before you turn 25. I think in your early 20s is fair because honestly, you know, a lot of people get married in their early 20s and that's fine. But honestly, you don't really know yourself then. So a promise ring is perfect during that time. But I feel like in your late 20s and up, quit playing with me. You don't even have to promise me that you're going to ask me to marry you. Like, you just don't have to do that. Stop wasting my time and stop wasting your money. Thank you. Y'all, I thought I was going back to work today. It's not. This is day 4 at home during the week, but this is what, day 6 of our winter storm situation. Because we woke up to snow on Saturday, and it's been sticking since then. Like, and we didn't get soft snow. We got hard, unsafe ice. So, I'm still home. I'm probably just gonna be home for the rest of the week because today is Thursday. So, may as well stay home tomorrow too. I'm working, but I'm working from home, which is a blessing because I have not held a position where I can take work home, and so I've just been working from home. But anyway, I gotta read an update for you guys. I am 160 pages in. Where is that? Where is that? 63% into the book, right? So I'm 63% into the book, and I have thoughts. I'm really enjoying the story. Like I said, it's a good switch and pace. It's a very good switch and pace for me because I've been reading more serious novels this month. So this one is very good. I think this makes for the best buddy read. If you do decide to pick up this book, buddy read it with one of your friends because you and your friend girl are going to want to kiki and have the conversations back and forth because it is a lot going on that is conversation worthy. Here go some of my thoughts. First of all, I think every dude in this book is a cheater. Like, we have not been told that every guy is a cheater, but I believe every male main character attached to the female main characters are cheaters. Because they're just moving funny. They're all moving too funny for me to believe anything differently. Now, one has already showed that he is, and that's the main plot of her story. She's going through a breakup with someone she's been with for 15 years and have 2 kids. Their situation is normal. Like, it happens, you know. I've been with my husband 15 years, and I couldn't imagine having to adjust after being with someone for 15 years and having 2 kids with them and just living life. as a family of 4 to having to step down and live life as a family of 3. Now, I know we go through things and we overcome things. We can overcome every single thing. But some of the moves that she's making, like, I understand them. Of course, a person on the outside looking in, it's easy to say, girl, you stupid, girl, that's dumb, da, 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 da. But then just thinking about your own situation, and if that were you, you'd be like, I get it. You know, like, I don't want to call her stupid and dumb because I absolutely get it. 15 years is a long time. However, comma, he is still showing his behind. Like, he is verbally telling you his red flags. Like, he's not ashamed of what he's done to break up the household. And so, y'all gonna hear my toddler in the background because we snowed in, child. But that's the downside of it all. Like, he's not covering up the fact that he's doing the wrongdoing. He think he can have his cake and eat it too. Like, he think he can play both sides, and I don't like that. And then another part that I don't like is because they have children, he's not really sitting down with both of his kids and explaining to his kids what's going on. Instead, he is allowing his son to express his feelings in a disrespectful manner. Like, I'm dad said I'm the man of the house and I don't want you dating other men, and da, 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 da. He's been a very disrespectful child. Now, I understand, you know, it's hard for kids to adjust to parents divorcing and whatnot. It can really impact the children a lot. And I get that, but he's cutting up in ways that belt needs to be to behind. Okay? Belt needs to be to behind. This is not really my favorite point of view. My favorite point of view is the couple with the infertility issues, only because I'm rooting for the female main character, because like I said, I think all the male main characters are cheaters. I'm rooting for her, but their situation is getting a little bit more serious. Because with infertility issues, a lot of people don't talk about how those can break up a relationship, like the stress behind it all. And then another thing a lot of people don't talk about is how the man too can be the issue on why you guys are not being pregnant. A lot of times it's always on the female. If they don't get pregnant, it's always the female's fault. It's never the male's fault. And I've been able to like witness firsthand where it is the male's fault. Like, I've been able to witness that literally in my day-to-day life today. And so your sperm count, babe, your sperm count can be trash. You know, like, it's not always the female. And the part that's really upsetting me about him is that he refuses to go to the doctor and go to a fertility clinic to see what's what. He refuses to go there. And then another thing that's tripping me out about this book is I don't think any of these couples are actually married or were even married to begin with. Like, even the one who was together for 15 years, I don't think they're married. I don't think they were ever married. I think everybody are like engaged. So, you know, it's easier for them to like break up and things like that because there's no marriage involved. And yeah, but you know, everybody's lives is different. Everybody's roads are different. So I'm not judging that, but I just realized that. Have you guys ever read a book and then the author mixed up the characters' names? Because that's happened in this book. That's happened in this book. And this is the second book just recently that I've read specifically from like an indie author or urban fiction author who got the characters mixed up. Now, we've had this discourse in my book club, and I've learned that that's common. Um, but I have not run into it a lot. You know, I've only run into it in this book, and then the other book that I ran into it was, I think, Second Chance Christmas by Jacquel J. That's the book that I read with my book club where she got her characters' names mixed up as well. And I'm just like, is that common? You know, like, what's up? But yeah, so I just want to come and give you guys an update. It is January the 29th as I am recording this, so I do want to go ahead and knock this out before the month ends. That way I can kind of wrap up my January reads. And surprisingly, I've been reading a lot of books this month, and I don't know what's going on because I didn't anticipate on reading as many books as I've been reading this month. So yeah, I'm going to try to go ahead and get the rest of this knocked out at some point today. And when I have my final reading wrap up on this book, my final thoughts and everything on this book, then I will be back. I've been all alone. No one left to hold. I've been all alone. No one left to y'all, it's my first day out since the snowstorm, and you know what it feels like when the stay at home mandate was put into place during the little COVID pandemic situation we were going through. And that's what it feel like. Everybody is outside like, hey, how long were you in? Like you were doing a bid in prison. How many days you been in the house? How long has it been since you've been outside? Like that is the conversation at the grocery store. I had to leave the house because I needed to go to the grocery store. Um, and I had an Amazon return. Okay. So I needed to go to Whole Foods so that I can make an Amazon return. And I needed to go to the grocery store because I needed some things. I ran out of coffee creamer this week. And I just needed some stuff. I just needed some stuff. I needed some salad. I just needed stuff. I needed some Dunkin'. I got a caramel craze iced latte. So good. It feels so good to be able to go back outside. I'm a homebody. I like running my errands, but I do have a time limit. Okay. I do not be wanting to be outside all the time. But you truly don't know what you're missing until it's gone. And I have not moved my car. Today is day 8. So we've been at home 8 days and I just moved my car today. My car was probably like, what's going on? But what I can say is the main roads and the main streets are perfect. Like they're good. All of the snow has been divided and moved to the side, like on the sidewalks and stuff, because many people don't walk in my city. So everything has been like divided and moved to the side. Um, but in my neighborhood, especially outside of my front door and my driveway, look like the city is still iced over. Very deceiving. Very deceiving. Like my entire neighborhood is literally still iced over, and I'm going to assume many neighborhoods are still like that because the city's main focus is to ensure that the main roads are clear and the highways are clear so that people can do the things, right? So there's that. I do plan to return back to work Monday because working from home is cool. It's a luxury that I do not take for granted. However, I enjoy leaving the house. I enjoy leaving the house to go to work. I enjoy having something to do outside of the house every single day. That's my self care. Okay, so there's that. But I wanted to come. I want first. I do have my final reading wrap up for Thick of Love. But really quick, while I'm looking at my fantasy books on my shelf, and I'm looking at how um all of my fantasy books, majority of my fantasy books, 95, 99% of the series on my fantasy shelf are black. Now, if you're new here, hey, my name is Bryn. I tapped into fantasy for the first time last year in 2025, and I'm just going through to see what my favorites are. Okay. I'm trying to see what I like, what I dislike, and I'm trying to see what works for me. I've even tapped into some romantasy. I have two romantasy books uh, that I've tapped into that I really did enjoy. So I'm just trying to figure out what I like. If you guys are over on Threads, you guys already know that some white lady, white girl came and said the most racist, inappropriate thing in regard to Legendborn and Tracy Dion. If I could find a screenshot of what was exactly said, I will put it here. But to do that 2 days before Black History Month, it's insane. It's insane. Um, and for some reason, I think since I've been in the book community, I feel like they think fantasy belongs to them. Like they think fantasy is their genre and black people shouldn't write fantasy. That gives me more reason to specifically go for the black books in the fantasy genre because this is not your genre. Your name is not on it, right? But Legendborn is one of those series that many people love, specifically black people, because they see themselves in Brie. Um, they see themselves in Brie even as an adult. They can give these books to their teenagers so that their teenagers can see themselves in Brie. The representation is there. Um, I feel like I gave Legendborn a disservice by reading it via audiobook, right? I feel that way. That's how I feel personally. I did not learn until I tapped into Children of Blood and Bone that I should be reading fantasy with my eyes because I retain and I understand the information 1,000 times more better than listening to it, right? It's too much going on in my ears. I am making the decision to reread Legendborn with my eyes. I have two sets of the series. I'm waiting on Oathbound to come out in paperback, but I have Legendborn, Bloodmarked, and Oathbound in hard copy, and I have Legendborn and Bloodmarked in paperback because if you guys know, the paperback is creating a sword. So I'm just missing Oathbound so that I can complete my sword, and I don't even think it's out yet. But I'm the reason why I listen to it via audiobook is because the text in the books and the physical books are very, very small. Obviously, my eyesight ain't all that good. And so what I am going to do is purchase the ebook for Legendborn, and I'm going to do a Legendborn reread. I really would love to do a Legendborn reread in the month of February, or um yeah, I would really really love to do it in the month of February, and make sure I make it priority. But if I don't, I want to do a reread for Legendborn, because like I said, I feel like I gave it a disservice. But like I said, I'm learning fantasy, and so I've learned that I retain the information. I understand what's going on when I read it from my eyes, because Children of Blood and Bone was so freaking good. I read the first two books. I have not read the third one. I've read both Legendborn and Bloodmarked. I have not read Oathbound. Oathbound is a chunker. And I've read other fantasy novels as well. But I want to touch bases on Legendborn. I'm going to give Legendborn another try. I just feel like it deserved another chance for me, and that's what I'm going to give it. And then if I fully love Legendborn down the way that the world is loving Legendborn down, then I'm going to give Bloodmarked a reread as well, because when I get to Oathbound, and because Oathbound is a chunker, I want to ensure I understand every single thing that's going on in these books, and then tap into Oathbound. So that's what I'm doing. Um, I've been thinking about doing a reread, but seeing that post from that white girl the other day just made me want to make it priority. So I'm going to do that for sure. Hopefully I can get it done this month in February. So let's get to the thick of love. Okay. Y'all know I don't rate books anymore. I'm not rating books this year. And sometimes it is very hard because I've been rating books for so long. And I feel like I took away ratings because our rating system is extremely different. Everybody's rating system is different. But I feel like if I gave you guys a rating on this book, you would understand exactly where I was coming from. Because right now I'm doing a yes, no, maybe ranking when I'm reviewing books. But if I had to give this book an actual rating, it would be like a 2.75, 3 star. And that's like maybe, right? Where if I'm doing a, would you recommend? Maybe. And let me tell you why. Number one, this cover is very deceiving. If you go and look up the author and the rest of her books, the math ain't mathing. Okay? The math is not mathing. Number two, I'm giving you guys the good first before I give you guys the not so good. So what I loved about this book is the topics that we got. So we got a topic of infertility. We got the topic of separation or divorce. We got the topic of being someone's side chick and not even know, right? Like we got some very interesting conversation starters in this book. Being a buddy read, this was a great buddy read. Like if you and your book bestie just want something that's fun, not super crazy, not much to think about, pick this up, because you guys are going to have the best conversation. Okay. um I already mentioned that we got 3 point of views in this book, and I wish that the chapters were named. And I know that's a lot of readers wish in a book to bring back names and chapters. And I'm going to be a little bit more specific. I want you to let us know what point of view we're in, right? Because that's very helpful when referencing back to the book for specific things that happen in the book. We got 3 point of views, no title on the chapter. So you didn't know what point of view you were in until you read it. And it was obvious once you started reading it, but it would have been so much helpful if the books were titled by point of views. Um, the book started off really, really good, so it does will you in. It doesn't start off like ridiculous or slow or anything. It does bring you drama on page one to will the reader in. However, she threw so much drama in this book, it became super unrealistic. Okay. It felt like she was just drama dumping. And this book is for a specific reader. And if you love a drama filled book, this book is for you. If you just love every time you flip to a different chapter, something else is popping off, you just be like, oh my God, this book, if that's you, this book is for you. But some of the stuff was super unrealistic. She threw in a scene. She threw in a scene that incorporated one of the male main characters' fathers. And when I went to update my reading status on Goodreads, I went and read the Goodreads reviews, and everybody was talking about that scene and how unnecessary it was. Like, it didn't need to be here. Okay. Um, I didn't like that. Like, I didn't like that. Uh it was just too drama filled for the sake of creating a book full of drama. That's literally what it was. Another thing is she is the second author that has forgot what character she was talking about that I've read in the urban fiction genre. Like, they're using the wrong name, switching names mid chapter. Like, what? That was crazy to me. I found it twice while reading. And I was talking to my friend about it. She didn't even realize that happened. I think it's because she was listening to the audiobook. But yeah, she messed up the name twice. She mixed up the characters twice. I don't know how common that is, but I pay attention when I'm reading, so I picked up on that immediately. So it's just like, wow, okay. Um, I don't know. After reading so many thrillers, I typically go into books predicting things, right? And so one of my predictions in this book was very much true. When it happened, I texted my friend. I was like, I told you it was gonna happen. I told you. I told you. I told you. My favorite point of view was the couple that had their infertility issues. The bombs that was dropping, the tea that was dropping, in their point of view was ridiculously crazy. Um, when it comes to infertility, it's not always the woman's fault. It could be the man's fault too. And I absolutely hate when everybody want to place the blame on a woman. Like, the men be having some issues too, okay? All right. Ultimately, this book was cool. It was a fun buddy read. It was literally a fun buddy read. This is one of the books that we've checked off our list to do buddy reads this year. So it kicked off our year pretty cool. Like I said, the conversation was great. And there's that. Would I recommend? I don't know. If you are an urban fiction girl, I feel like you would really love this, because I feel like a lot of urban fiction books are like this. And I like urban fiction, but I stop by and read urban fiction from time to time. It's not a genre that I'm just knee deep into. I have a lot of issues with urban fiction. One being that everybody is not going through that stuff, and I know Black readers always want to read something that they can relate to, but all Black people can't relate to this shit. Excuse my language. I know y'all kids be hearing. A lot of people, Black people, don't be going through this stuff. Okay, a lot of Black people do not experience trauma and drama like this. And And that's why I love contemporary romance, because in contemporary romance, it's a little bit more realistic. Give us some real life situations. Urban fiction, baby, your hobby want to shoot up folks. Dudes be going to jail for selling drugs. Um, like, I'm familiar, but everybody don't go through this stuff, you know? So contemporary romance is the soft spot for me because I can relate. And there's that. So yeah, that's all for this vlog. A week reading this book. Snowed in, just doing the things. I am about to enjoy this Dunkin' because I hadn't had Dunkin' like over a week. I'm about to eat me some lunch, or brunch rather, because I didn't eat breakfast. And I'm literally about to sit down and relax and chill because I have not relaxed. Yes, I was home, but it was not extremely relaxing. So now I'm about to relax and probably start a new bookish vlog. So y'all might see me in another video or two or three in the same outfit, because yeah, if I get in a mood, then I just start a new video. So yeah, let me know if y'all read this book. If you guys read anything by Danielle Marcus, would you guys read anything by Danielle Marcus? Um, if you have, if this is one of your go-to authors and you feel like she's written something better than this one, let me know down in the comments because I would love to read it. It's just them covers be throwing me off. Okay, those covers be throwing me off, and I think this cover is just so pretty and that it captured my attention, so I had to get it. But yeah, it was cool. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hype this video up if you can. Until next time, ta ta.